installment of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is here. Now, I'm a huge JoJo fan, and I plan on having a couple more JoJo videos down the line, but parts 1 through 8 was overall fun and amazing. I just have so much of a good experience reading those and watching them, especially parts 4 and 7. Those two are special for me. But JoJoLands Chapter 1 was a great start to the new part. Araki consistently delivers on introducing us to the new part, and this one potentially might be one of the best. I want to first just talk about the characters that we have. The new Joestar, Joestar. Now, I was late. When I read his name on the first page, I was wondering, like, why is it Jodio? I was reading as if it was the name Rodeo, but it didn't click until I actually looked at his first name. And it was like, wow, Araki really put potentially the last Joestar. He just called him Jojo. Jojo and Dio combined. And this guy, I love him. I love him off the first chapter already. And he's a young trap star. That's the nickname I'm going to call him. And you can see definitely the Giorno in him. I kind of want to see a little bit of Jolene, if either she's in him or another character. I just feel, for some reason, I feel Jolene energy coming off of him as well. But his main goal is to be filthy rich. That's it. It may seem very shallow, but he's dead set on it, and he's confident in himself. He has like that young brash kind of confidence to him. Like, Giorno was very righteous, and even though he was only 15, like, he had a very high moral compass. This kid, though, seems like he's really just about himself and making sure that he gets what he needs to do done, whether it's noble or whether it's just how he feels. I really like this guy. He's kind of, honestly, with the name, you can definitely see a little bit of the Dio tendencies in terms of the selfishness. I feel like that's going to come into play in terms of that. And his stand name, November Rain, a Guns N' Roses reference. Palm tree looking robotic stand. I like the way it looks, and I'm guessing the ability is it rains acid under itself. And I wonder if it's anything else that goes with it, because we all know Araki with these stands, he brings the full potential out of them. And I'm guessing like the needle under, or like the thorn under it, could probably jab somebody or stab somebody. That's what I'm going with, but I like it overall. He sells drugs at school because that's what he does. He's trying to get this money. And Joestar already has potential to be a really good prospect of a good JoJo. I love his outfit too. Like, I love the colors of JoJo so much. And this guy has one of the more abstract, very complex styles to him. I just really like this guy. And to fill out the other main cast, we have Dragona Joestar. I'm guessing, I don't want to judge, I guess a transsexual, I'm guessing. But regardless, this is the sibling to Jodio, the brother. And he's helping him trying to get rich as well. The main reason is because they're trying to basically make their mother have an easier life. So, because she's been taking care of them, and when their father wasn't there and in the picture, I guess they're just giving back to her, making sure she lives well. And his stand is Smooth Operator. Beautiful song by Sade. It's a classic. Can arrange or mold things with these tiny robots that have operating crane bottoms, and can change the look of something in whatever format it wants it to. It coincides with Dragona, who has gotten injections or surgery on themselves. I think he's got a pretty cool design. Paco Lavlantes. I'm really interested in this guy. His stand is The Hustle. Song reference The Hustle. Van McCoy can grab things with the back of his hands and elbows without so much as lifting a finger. He's a high schooler, even though he's 19, so clearly he's failed a year and had grade retention probably maybe twice. Had an abusive dad. That's why he has the marks around his eyes and chipped ear. Might get another backstory with him. I'm really interested in seeing about his upbringing. And I feel like this guy got some solid potential to be like that third wheel character. And one thing I've noticed with all three of these stands, all three of them don't have necessarily high combat stands where they could just punch, kick, or explosive durability, like nothing of that nature. This seems like this is going to be a very strategic and smooth based fighting stand, but I feel like with this guy, he can be really useful as like a utility character. And all three of them work at a boutique store in Cali called Eco. The store is owned by Meryl May-Key, who is also the principal of Jodio and Paco's school. The store is just a front for taxes, and it's more so like their hideout for the group to plan their ways of getting money. Oh, and yeah, Hot Dog Boy, who got the drugs from Jodio, joined as well. I don't know why I feel like this guy's going to be very popular for some reason. He's going to be the weird one out of the bunch, and everyone likes the good comedy relief guy. And it looks like mechanisms is going to be a big key theme in this story. This falls under logic and reasoning, like how Jojo talked about as a kid. He was told to be a gopher and to follow orders, and he was really good at just doing that. This kind of gives me the feeling that this is going to be similar to how Cataclysms and the flow of the Cataclysm was kind of viewed in JOJOLian. So I'm going to expect the mechanisms to be tied into the stands, hoping for stand evolution. I want to see another one, and I feel like with the way November Rain looks, it has potential to get better and bigger, start to evolve into like more of a humanoid stand per se. And I just really want to see like a evolved stand again, to be honest, because the last one we really saw was Tusk, and Tusk is really cool. So how can I honestly forget this? Jojo, they already goated, and Dragona, they beat shit out of a cop who was harassing them. But we don't allow that to happen. And in this manga, and knowing that Araki is writing it, justice will be served in this manga in the most brutal way possible. And I'm loving it. But all jokes aside, I really like this first chapter. It's so much style in it. I'm really interested to see the island hopping. I want to see different places. And considering that they're going to be going to a different island for this diamond stealing robbery, basically, I'm so interested in it, considering that they said at the end that a 4-man team was not enough. So they must have ran into a strong enemy stand user. And the fact that they took out or did some trouble to Jojo and the other crew, I gotta see. And also the antagonist, man. I really hope Araki this time, please introduce the antagonist early, because whenever he introduces them early, it's always top notch, top tier. Like Dio, Poochie, Kira, Family Valentine. They're all goated because he started with them early and he finished with them so strong. So hopefully that's what we get. And I'm going to make a prediction now that one of the antagonists is going to be their father, because they never said that he's dead or that he moved away to a far location. And it has to be a descendant of Diego. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think another antagonist, which is, I think it's going to seem about right, is either going to be an underground syndicate that we're going to have to go up against, or the government or some high official in Hawaii. Paneling is as great as it is. Art is always phenomenal with Araki, one of my favorite mangaka. And part 9 is off to a great start. I'm guessing this is monthly. I know JOJOLian was monthly, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a monthly thing. So I know some people are worried about it, well, this might be the last one. Man, we have years of this, because just look at it like this, 12 chapters a year. Basically, we're guaranteed at least 7 to 8 years of JOJOLands, as long as Araki's health is good. But that man, at the age of 60, looks better than some people I know in their 20s and 30s. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. Expect a little bit more JoJo's coming down the line, since I'm just in JoJo fever right now. I'll let you guys in the next one. Subscribe and like. Peace.
ようこそ逆さまの世界へ。